I'm supposed to be in Vegas right now, partying. But I'm here at ordering Chick-fil-A.
With the 2 trophies.
With the 2 trophies.
You had to bring the 2 trophies.
Of course I have to bring.
Wrong with you.
These trophies are not leaving my side. What if all of a sudden I wake up and this is all a dream? These trophies, these trophies are my security, basically. Like, I touch them and I know this is real.
The 2013 NBA draft was
I'm supposed to be in Vegas.
I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. I got a video playing in the background. I'm just going to cut that off. I'm too fucked up for this. But the Bucks win the NBA championship, and my favorite thing is every liberal in America is probably pissed off now because Giannis decides to go to Chick-fil-A, gets him a 50-piece nugget for dropping 50 on the Suns. Yay for them. Yay for the Bucks. Do small markets have a chance at winning a championship now? I think the Pacers still have no chance at all. I just pray we don't draft a white guy. This is highly inappropriate. Let's fucking go. Oh, that sounded weird. Everything's fucked up today.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to Highly Inappropriate.
I don't think she's going to be expecting something big, do you?
What, like anal?
Whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Highly Inappropriate.
All right, so let me get this straight. So I'm going to pay for a blowjob and I got to pay for a goddamn hotel room too? Well, that just seems like I'm spending too much money for nothing. I got a house. You can just get your ass over here and I can just do the blowjob here.
Highly Inappropriate.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
They can kiss my fat vagina, because I'm bringing the motherfucking pain.
Welcome to Highly Inappropriate. We are fucking back with big news this week because Highly Inappropriate is now brought to you by Dent Fix USA. Let's go. Yeah, a little hookup. So she hit up Juice a couple weeks ago about being a sponsor of the show. We connected. It was an electric conversation. I must say, Candace definitely fits in with us. Dunk, apparently you guys used to party together back in the day. Heard some stories, true or false?
Yeah, yeah, true.
Yeah, I heard that you probably might have been on drugs, may or may not have been back in the day. So you can't confirm.
May or may have been.
You can't confirm or deny that he was there, or that he was on drugs or not. But great times. Had a great conversation with Candace. Electric person. I mean, we talked for like a half hour, and lo and behold, she is now a sponsor of Highly Inappropriate. Great people. Let me tell you a little bit about Dent Fix USA. We've had a lot of crazy storms this summer, including hail up to the size of golf balls, I've heard in some places, like New Pal, etc. If your car has received any sort of hail damage, they can help you get that repaired through your insurance, and they offer things like deductible assistance to help it be as low as possible as far as out of pocket costs to get your car fixed for that. So, and they're great people. I asked her even if she could fix the dent in Beaver's head. She could not. So that's unfortunate, but they can definitely get your car looking like brand new again. So I need you to hit Candace up. She's an awesome person, a lot of fun. And I've heard she actually plays our show in the lobby at the store. How about that? I mean, that's pretty solid.
How you doing, everybody there at the dent shop? Let's get everything fixed today. Let's get you guys back on the road. It's Highly Inappropriate. Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
About partying with Candace, I do got to say, from back in the day, like my past and stuff, there's probably not too many people in maybe 100-mile radius that can't say that they partied with me. So just putting that out there. Like, it was a everyday thing. It was a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a weekend kind of thing. So, yeah. And we definitely have stories. I remember I was real fucked up one time with her and did a dare and poured salt in my eyes with contacts in. It was not
great. Great idea, man.
Yeah, it was a great idea at the time. It wasn't too good afterwards. I mean, it took a while to get it washed out. We did that. I remember I went outside and we were mud sliding at my buddy Bill Stockton's house. That was a pretty good time too. Like, just running and slipping, sliding in mud and stuff. Like, drugs are a crazy good thing, you know.
Drugs are good. Okay.
we enjoyed them back in the day and had a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
and mixed with alcohol, it's even better. So if you do,
And that's why Dunk had to replace his asshole.
if you do drugs, kids, make sure you mix them with alcohol. It makes them a little better. It makes them
don't do drugs.
Yeah, get your money's worth. It brings it out a little more. Helps them get them going. You know what I mean?
Good guys.
Especially, I mean, you're more prone to do stuff like dangerous, like try to drive a crane or jump on top of a moving car, butt ass naked. So, yeah,
for sure.
Pour salt in your eyes.
Pour salt in your eyes.
Salt in your eyes, or you do what you did, Beaver. You masturbate outside your neighbor's window. You know, right?
It happens to the best of us.
Hey, Beaver, it's all right. You know, we've all been there. I mean, I've never been there before, but you have. You know, so I feel for you, man. Wow, welcome to Highly Inappropriate. The Bucks are NBA champs. None of us predicted that. I don't think, did any of us pick the Bucks, by the way, real quick? No.
They were dead when they went down 2-0 to me.
Yeah. I thought they were going to get swept. I said 5. I said Suns in 5.
They were too good.
It wouldn't surprise me if they got swept. Beaver was like 4 for sure. They're going to get swept. It's over. Whatever. Space Jam sucks, by the way.
I think the only game I bet on in the playoffs, the Bucks lost me a nice chunk of change.
Yeah,
so.
They did.
Beaver remembers that one.
Yeah,
He won't
then they come back and win the fucking finals. I mean, that's just how it goes, you know.
I mean, hey, good for them. Like, I mean, honestly, like, you know, Milwaukee, small town, it does give me a little bit of hope because but to me, here's what I think. Unfortunately, I think this Milwaukee Bucks team is the Mavericks team of 2011 in a sense that, you know, it's a team that, you know, has been on the cusp of winning a championship for a few years, finally wins the championship, but they're talking about this team being a dynasty. Realistically, the Nets are going to follow it up and probably win, you know, 2 of the next 3 more than likely.
As long as Giannis is healthy, I mean, the
They got a shot
like that.
Giannis.
Market team could win, and the fact that he re-signed, and I like the little troll job that he did, saying that he didn't need a super team and all that stuff.
That was
kind of
awesome.
cool.
I love it.
Let's not forget we were how much was it? Be maybe like a smudge, like 2 little fingers like this from KD beating them and
by himself, pretty much.
Yeah, so I mean, toe on the line away from them not even being in the final. So
yeah,
but I would still put them as the second favorite in the East for next year at least, depending on how the offseason goes.
Game of inches, every sport.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. I would say, I mean, you know, not to take anything away from them. I'm happy as hell they won. I think
former Pacer Jeff Teague won a championship.
Yeah, Jeff Teague, good for him. Yep.
Indiana native too.
Yep. But you know, but think about Giannis. He's not your typical superstar. 1, he's foreign, so he's not a spoiled fucking American bitch. You know, millennial that played AAU basketball and has never been told no in their life. You know, this is a guy that probably was living in poverty growing up. I don't know his story real well. Does anybody here?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't play basketball till fucking like 03 or something stupid like that. I saw a thing today that LeBron was in the NBA before he even started playing basketball.
That's wild.
Let that sink in.
That's wild.
And he came in under like 200 pounds at still like 6'8", 6'9", and he grew a couple inches, put on 50 pounds.
I saw side to side before and after of him. It looked like he grew a foot.
Oh yeah, I seen it on Instagram. It doesn't even look real. It's like, how old is he here? 10?
He was 18 at the time, and as raw as it gets, he was probably about his brother's level, like when he was playing first.
Watch them turn into like little him, dude. Little Giannis's.
Yeah. Those might be tough, but
Pacers, you might want to go ahead and try to trade for.
But yeah, he had his story. Chris Milton coming from basically the G League to becoming a second star. Andrew Holiday, great dude that basically quit for a bit to tend to his pregnant wife while he was in New Orleans, and then gets traded there. And just a good dude overall.
Is the formula to win a championship just get somebody from the Pelicans and you win it in a year? Like AD left, won it the next year. Holiday left, won it the next year.
I mean, who's getting Lonzo this offseason?
Lonzo, yeah,
that's another. Okay, I listed before. I said before the show started, we're going to talk about the draft a little bit. I completely forgot about the draft for the show tonight, and I didn't put it in the notes. But if the Pacers, I had one stipulation: if the Pacers draft a white guy, I'm done watching. I'm done. Yes.
I already have a lot. I already have Alonzo autographed picture in the man cave. So
Yeah, my second. This is my second stipulation. We trade for Lonzo Ball. I'm out. No Ball. I don't
I
want
actually really would like Lonzo on the Pacers personally.
God, he's not.
Yeah.
No. We could do so much better.
The dude's a good perimeter defender at this point, and
dude, imagine his dad in Turner's block. That'd be fucking electric.
Oh, his dad would be
honestly, I think Turner would be out if they got Lonzo, because they would have to do a sign and trade with the Pelicans.
All right, we'll be in fucking ball block then, dude.
But I do actually like Lonzo. His
Up
game.
there in the cock block section.
The cock block section.
Ball is life, dude.
That's just your fucking bedroom, Huff.
Or in the ball zone.
Why would you want to be the call? I mean, you go to the Pacer games in the cock block section. You had to come home to it.
What would you call Lonzo's section? Like ball out, the ball out section, balls out section.
Yeah, balls out, balls out for Harambe section 119. What is it? 101.
Born ready to ball.
Yep.
Section 420, dude. Balls out.
That would.
Lonzo's lizards. I don't know.
Lizards.
That's fucking Lonzo's lot lizards.
Lonzo's lot lizards. Section 101.
Full of fucking truckers like Beeve up there.
Getting blowskis in his fucking Bugs Bunny jersey.
A lot of
white trash ballers is the best.
A lot of crystal meth in there. They'd all be late to the game with all this fucking road construction, but they'd get there eventually.
These motherfuckers would be living.
I honestly don't know if you would ever catch his dad in Indiana at any point in time.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering what we're talking about, so people that aren't from local Indiana or Pacers fans in general, the Pacers have two sections in their stadium, in their fan sections, and all of us here, I believe, Josh, were you ever in the fan section?
Oh yeah, Josh invented the fucking Roy Hibbert. Like he was our OG
man.
With
Roy Hibbert? I didn't know you were his father, man. That's awesome.
Area 55. Let's go.
Off the ground, I remember. Yep.
What'd you do? Say it again.
We helped me and El Pacero and a couple other guys launch that thing.
That's pretty sweet. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, what I was getting at is there are two fan sections of the Pacers that we've all been in before. Me and Beavers. That's funny because me and Beaver were two of the original G2 members. There were eight of us, and me and
when you bought in,
I was an OG fucking Turner's block. Let's go, boy.
Let's go. So OG here, OG Pacer fans, from way back, and this is not when they were good at all. This is when Paul George was like a rookie.
No, that was when they were good. When we were in the, well, I guess the first year. No, not the first year, but the next two.
Back when I was in it, we were starting like 3 white dudes.
I'll never forget one of my favorite years of Pacer fans too. 2008. I remember I could get Pacer tickets for Christmas. I got 11 tickets for $33. They had a special going on. Literally, it was a Danny Granger special, 33 Danny Granger. I got 11 tickets for $33. I literally bought my roommate. We both got the same package, so I spent $70. So we went to 11 Pacer games together. And of course, with Pacer games, it was not like this before the brawl, but since the brawl, a lot of games, especially in that era, you could get tickets in the boonies, $4 seats, and you could sit wherever the fuck you wanted. I mean, because there's going to be seats everywhere. Beaver, why do you fucking hand up?
Little side note, you mentioned the brawl. There's actually going to be a Netflix documentary come out in
excited about that. I did
August or October, one of the two. But yeah, it's coming out pretty soon.
That's gonna make Beaver our test fan again. Watch.
I gotta ask you, my God. Test again. Did you see him on Twitter after the Bucks won the championship? He said, "Small market wins a championship." ... The
Pacers next.
Is that what he said?
On our test,
dude. He's
Meta World Peace tweeted out.
He's a big Pacers fan. He is.
He loves
so cool.
us.
He's so cool, man.
Loves them so much he requested out of there. Anyways,
we can get him back, dude.
Yeah, you know, if he could have that back, he would want to be here because both him and Jermaine are like, oh my God, we literally could have won a ring for Reggie Miller. We didn't do it. Like that's.
Yeah, fuck Reggie. Why not? Anyways,
I mean, I would. Dunk, he's unblocked you on Twitter, so that's.
Yeah, I figured out. I'm still blocked by Reggie on Twitter.
Oh yeah. We had a whole episode celebrating this shit too.
I know, and I meant to bring that up too. I was on the highly inappropriate Twitter account and I wasn't blocked.
Oh yeah.
So I went to him on mine, and I was still blocked, and I called off of work for a day and laid in bed and cried. But it's okay.
Love you, Reggie.
Too bad.
Love you, Reg. I love you.
That's probably why the Reggie Miller bobblehead on his desk right now has a price tag on it. He's selling it. He's like, he doesn't.
Anyways, enough about the brawl.
Enough about the brawl. We don't want to cry, but
Good for Beaver.
good for Beaver. Are the Pacers? Do the Pacers have a chance? Not anytime soon. Like I'm with Dunk's theory. I mean, with injuries, yeah, maybe if we had a competitive team, like our best chances were a few years ago with Paul George, George Hill.
Best chances when they had a brawl,
Yeah, the best chance ever, of course, was the brawl team. Absolutely. But it is interesting. I'm glad the Bucks won. Good for them. Giannis stays there. He's only getting better. I didn't realize he was only 26. I thought he was closer to 30. That's insane.
They just keep getting little pieces around, and they'll be there. They'll be around there every year, guys.
Yeah, because he's dominant. They showed his numbers. Like, he had Shaq-like numbers. Like, and people were calling Shaq the most dominant basketball player of all time.
When he went to the finals for the first time against us, yeah, that was the most dominant performance I'd ever seen by somebody.
Yeah, Beaver, why don't you shut the fuck up, okay?
Dude averaged nearly 40 points and I don't know how many rebounds against us.
Yeah. Yeah, very disappointing. I remember watching that as like 9 years old. Just my fucking.
Yeah, Sam Perkins couldn't really lock him down,
Yeah, Rick couldn't do shit.
I mean, I think. Guess what? That's the whole reason we brought in Scott Pollard too. Because I remember when we used to play the Lakers, Foster wouldn't even guard Shaq. Pollard would have to guard him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guard.
He was in the NBA. It was just a shoulder from Shaq.
What's that?
I think that's why Scott Pollard got in the NBA, just to take a shoulder from Shaq all the time. Because
dude,
Sacramento
like, I mean, how do you guard somebody that big though? Like,
who was it? Was it Jed Busher or something like that on the Knicks that always tried to guard him, and Shaq fucking hoed him like dick to the face dunk, and he stood up and threw the ball at him. Remember that at half court?
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, credit Barkley fucking dropped Shaq on his head once.
Yeah,
dominant young Shaq.
It was wild. Dude was wild, and he could have been so much more dominant if he wanted to be. That's the thing too, because I think some of it was just he'd turn it off because he didn't have to.
Well, maybe that, and Kobe was trying to take like 100 shots too per game. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
old basketball talk. You get it. Round the horn. Well, guys, you guys have an exciting week. I got a few stories to tell, but I will go around the horn here. Beaver, what'd you do this week, buddy? Anything fun?
I happened to watch 2 movies in a week span, and otherwise, yeah, not too much going on.
Went to see Space Jam, which we'll cover here in a little bit.
Space Jam and Black Widow. Saw both.
How was Black Widow, buddy?
I thought Black Widow was good. I thought it was a good start to the new phase that they're starting out on.
Did you and Rob dress up like the Black Widow when you went to that?
We did not, no.
No, they dressed up as black people, though. Black-faced out there.
A spider or some shit.
Yeah.
Didn't do that, but I did think that it was a pretty good movie. Even though it kind of went back in the past, it did kind of tie into the future, at least a little bit, which is nice for him.
Great.
Sounds awesome.
Nice, man.
Josh, what'd you do? Did you get your shitter new? You get your new shitter in?
Yeah, I got my new shitter in.
Have you took a poop on it yet?
Yeah, I have. It's pretty nice, actually. It's pretty nice. I haven't done much, man. Watch the Space Jam with the kids. Me and Dunk got some new neighbors, so we're kind of talking about it pre-show. So that was
you might as well bring up that story. So what's going on there?
Pretty exciting. I took my dog out last night, and I'm out there, and there's like 5 or 6 dogs. They've probably been here like 2 weeks, 3 weeks now.
Yeah, something like that.
Every time you go outside, there's like 3 or 4 new dogs in the backyard. I think they got like 20 dogs over there or some shit. I don't know. Maybe Mike Vick moved next door and we got a dog fighting ring or some shit. I don't know, dude. It's crazy.
We were outside, and Megan like the day that they moved in, Megan was in the backyard watching, and she legit brought out probably about 12 or 13 fucking dogs back to back.
Are these big dogs or like Chihuahuas?
Oh, yeah, we're talking big dogs, dude.
Oh, so they got 15 pit bulls over there for sure fighting,
and probably 6-7 cats. Dude.
Oh yeah,
Josh said he was mowing the grass, and the window like upstairs in their house, there was just cats lined up on the window looking out the window.
Got a bedroom for cats.
I mean, my dad's got like 15 dogs, but he's also got like 3 acres. So
No, this is a little. I mean,
this is in. So you just imagine Carthage. I bet they're probably doing some sort of drugs. There's probably what kind of drugs are we doing next door?
I don't even think it's that because she tried.
They're hoarders.
Like her first week, she tried to steal our cat. So like we were.
What if they're trying? What if this is literally they're not even buy the house. They're renting the house. They literally just go around. They steal people's. They're gonna steal Miles, bub. What are you gonna do?
They won't touch Miles, but they tried to steal the cat. I was letting the cat go. I didn't give a shit, but like went down there, and this bitch had our cat on her front porch and like shaved the side of its face and shit. And
shaving your cat?
Yeah, to the skin. And
well, why?
She said it was manged, like it was like it got in a cat fight, and then like apologized. And Megan was like, "That's our cat. Like, what are you doing?" And she was like trying to feed it and stuff, and she was like, "I thought it was a stray. I wanted to give him a home and take care of him."
Why are you shaving our pussy?
It looked like he got in a fight, so she was like cleaning a cut and shaved it. Fucking weirdos, man.
That's crazy.
Definitely. He goes, I don't think it's drugs, and he's for sure drugs. Probably a lot of acid, if I had to guess.
Just
You
weird.
hit the water in Carthage.
I really don't think it's drugs. I think it's just like the weird.
I don't think they're on drugs. I just think they just
they're Buddhist. I don't think they're on drugs. I just think they're Mormons. I don't know.
Big dog people.
It'd be crazy, like if they're like maybe the OG ones aren't fixed, and they just kept having puppies and kept all the puppies. Maybe
I don't know, but last night, like, because I had seen a bunch of them, but last night when I went out there and took my dog out and I was walking around the yard, dude, there was like fucking pack of pit bulls in there.
I have an idea.
It was like a pack of pit bulls, dude.
You imagine breaking into a house and 12 fucking pit bulls coming at you,
dude. And some of them were
no, because I wouldn't break in the house with 12 pit bulls.
They look well taken care of, anyways. Nothing wrong with it, but dude, there was like fucking 10 or like fucking probably not 10, but at least 5 or 6 pit bulls out there, like a fucking pack.
Did you know? And me and Megan looked it up, and like I think it's 3 maybe in the state of Indiana. It's like illegal to own more than 3 dogs.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's some rule like that. It's like 3 or 4 dogs.
Have a permit. They're telling me. So we went to.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some sort of permit or something like that. Yes, but yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, Megan was looking it up. There's a rule.
That's good. That ain't even that many, man. 3 dogs isn't. That's not
way
a lot.
too many, dude. Like we have too many, and we have 3 right now. That's terrible.
Really.
This can segue into first and foremost. You guys made the official announcement. You're starting a branch off show here of Highly Inappropriate. So I think your neighbor should be the first guest. I mean,
yeah, bringing the dogs in. Yeah.
First and foremost, can you tell us what you're doing there?
We just wanted to give.
You see, I'm clear his throat. He went to host voice right there, real quick.
More content. Like me and Matt have been talking. Just the one show a week. Like we hear it all the time. People want some more stuff to listen to on the way to work and shit like that. So. Me and Josh kind of discussed Matt's schedule. The one show a week's about all he could get, and I don't know, Beaver, like he's in and out. Like right now, he's not even here. That's how he is, man. He's got a busy life too. And me and Josh just talked. I mean, he lives right next door, so we're just gonna try to bring in local, just people. If you got a story, you got anything, just bring them here to the house in the garage. We're gonna call it the Garage Guys or Garage Boys, whatever. We haven't really decided. And we're just gonna try to do a little hour interview. Hour and a half interview, something like that on Saturday nights. And try to give people a beginning of the week and a end of the week kind of thing with Highly Entertainment, and just kind of keep growing this thing and see what happens. I know football season's around the corner, so I know Dunk's Blue Collar DFS will be back in the mix. We just want to try to get as much content as we can to the people. You know what I mean? We're just throwing as many darts as we can and just see what
we just welcomed on Dent Fix USA. We're bringing in more sponsors, by the way. Let's go. If your business wants to be on the show, it's always growing. We got a website now. I'm going to promote you on the website. It's going to be exciting, guys. You might as well just get on board,
I got kind of an idea.
Just join us.
Kind of an idea I wanted to talk to you too about is I know we had Sasquatch on. Remember that? And we ate the hot chip and we ate the hot sauce. Remember that?
Yeah, you want to eat some hot shit again? So do I.
No, there's a place. You guys probably already know about it. I don't know how I did not know about it, but a guy at work went to like Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah.
This dude bought fucked up shit, dude. He had like locusts that he was fucking eating at lunch and all this stuff. And he pulled this fucking bag out and he had a fucking tarantula, dude. Like salted tarantula. Now, I mean, full fucking size tarantula. He opens up this bag and dumps it into this thing. And I'm talking just a tarantula, dude, sitting in this, like on his plate. And the motherfucker ate it.
Dude, it was crunchy too, wasn't it?
Crunched like
Dude,
a
it's
potato chip
crunchy.
when he ate it. And dude, it was gnarly. And then the guy, we were like, how's it taste? He said it tastes like a stale potato chip, but
whoa.
Never. Would you guys ever eat a tarantula?
No way.
Yeah,
I don't think I would.
Maybe for $100.
I don't even think I could do it for $100, man.
Oh man. Would you eat a bull testicle?
It was, what's that?
Would you eat a bull testicle?
No,
Like on Fear Factory?
Eating that stuff. And like he just does it, dude. Like he didn't give a fuck. And he was like, I mean, I should start TikTok and just see fucked up shit. And I said, it'd probably take off, but you never know.
Probably.
They just eat bull dicks and shit, is what he said.
Fucking bull testicles and shit.
Yeah, till he goes crazy and turns into start Jeffrey Dahmer over there, starts eating his cousins and stuff, like.
But I guess there's all kinds of shit there, dude. Like you can buy that's just wild stuff like that to eat. This thing was from Thailand though, so I guess the tarantula eating goes on in Thailand.
You got to eat what you eat. Yes,
that's nuts though. I just thought it was pretty fucked up. That's like the highlight of my week though, man.
Hell yeah! So speaking of your fucked up neighbor and all their pets, I took the kids over to TNT Exotics right here, right outside of Morristown, between Morristown and Shelbyville. If you guys have never been there before, electric place. It's almost like, you're watching Joe Exotic. It's like your side of the highway zoos, the exotic zoos with the animals, but of course they don't have tigers and stuff. But the place is awesome. Like I was most impressed with, I don't know if they're family members, but they have a lot of young kids working there, and they're very like kids are probably between the ages of 16 and 20, and they're very informed and polite, which you don't see a lot. I go to McDonald's, they barely fucking wrap my goddamn hamburger up, and they don't even say hi to you, but very polite, very informative people there that work there, and they let you interact with all the animals. I got to hold, I was like in fucking heaven, a big ass fucking gator. I was in heaven.
Big, dude. That was a pretty big gator. Yeah.
As a monster, he's like, hey, it's not even full grown yet. I was like, well, I'll be back when it's full grown.
In the head.
Yeah. Well, no, they got a lot of gators. That was the only like adult one. I don't remember how old he said it was, but the way a guy explained it to me, he goes, it's real safe. People think, it's inhumane to put the tape over them, but it's not really. They don't care. But apparently, once you get the tape over their mouth, they've kind of surrendered in a sense. They're not really going to fight, and he didn't. Once he set him on my lap, like the gator was as cool as can be, just kind of relaxed there on my lap. It was the weirdest thing ever. It's like I got a full, not full grown, but I got a big ass alligator sitting on my lap right now. I'm just chilling, having a conversation with my mother. That was the weirdest part. I figured my mom would be having a stroke. Nope, fine as can be. So you knew how safe it was. Definitely take your kids there. But I went for the kangaroo, and by the way, go back and listen to one of our most popular episodes ever. It's Raped by Lil Nas X. We'll tell this story. We had a conversation about what kind of service animal we wanted, and I picked a kangaroo. And I'm going to go ahead and say that that's going to happen now because I went and seen their baby kangaroo at TNT Exotics. Electric, and these motherfuckers get huge too. Like they have one. Go ahead.
It's all baby, like. This thing's gonna be like 8 feet fucking tall.
But they have a full grown one. Like you were just saying. And she said it's not been fixed because they plan on grooming, or they, a friend of theirs has a female. They plan on. Did I say grooming? They plan on.
How big was his dick, dude? Big old cock.
It's dick.
Big old sack on it. But the thing is, they said when they don't neuter them, when they haven't cut their balls off yet, they're aggressive as fuck. Like you literally, she said, she goes, I have 30 seconds to get in there and feed this thing and get out. And it starts becoming aggressive. She goes, it'll box you, literally start boxing you, fighting you.
Like lean back on its tail and kick its legs at you?
Yeah, they said, yeah, we'll do that too.
Fucking punching you,
But
man.
it'll box you. She said it'll straight box you.
Those things hit hard enough to kill you. Like they can punch hard enough to kill you.
Don't they have big ass claws and shit too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably that probably don't help when they jab you with a fucking claw in the neck. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, they literally like lean back on their tail, I think, and just like body kick you with the bottom legs that are just fucking garage door springs hitting you right in the fucking chest, dude.
Do you remember that video like a couple years ago? The kangaroo's attacking the dude's dog, and the dude gets out and runs up to it and punches it in the fucking head.
Yeah, I would probably do that for Miles. I think.
He'd punch a kangaroo.
What are you gonna do when the neighbor fucking trots out a fucking roo in the backyard?
Quit taking my dog out back.
I'm gonna come steal it. That's what's. Yeah, I'm gonna have within 10 years. I mean, I'll probably have an array of exotic animals. That's my prediction. But kangaroos top the list. And then it's gonna be a donkey, because I want to buy a big ass sombrero. I want to buy a big ass sombrero and just walk a fucking donkey around town with a big ass sombrero just to make people laugh.
Already got Beaver. He's a jackass.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got a good start there. You just have to get the sombrero. We'll figure that shit out. Probably a good day to buy it.
Fucking walk Beaver around town.
Yeah. Well, Beaver is we have here in Morristown, we have an event every year called Derby Days.
Oh yeah.
The day that everybody comes back home, and there's a fish fry, and there's the Boy Scouts race the Derby cars down the hill. Got to do that when I was a kid, etc. But every year they have a parade for that as well. And Beaver has chased me. He's got a full life Beaver mascot costume. Beaver has chased me, and I always dress up like a skimpy fucking wilderness survival. I have these. They're literally navy swim shorts, but they look like just short, almost capri fucking hiking shorts almost. Like they're just tiny as they ride right up on my balls. My balls are hanging out both ends. And I've got a cut off army dress outfit I wear. I got like a boonie hat, and I got combat boots. And of course, I get the whole get up, and I'll literally run and Beaver will chase me in his Beaver costume. And I thought about doing something real funny this year. I haven't pinpointed what I'm going to do because I haven't done it in a few years. Last time I did was when Ella was like 4, because she was old enough to laugh, but not old enough to remember it.
So you got to bring it back for her.
It's after COVID. My first thing was like, maybe I dress up the same thing, but I buy Beaver like a giant COVID mascot unicorn. Like he's a giant COVID fucking virus thing, and he's chasing me.
And you dress up like a bat, maybe?
Yeah, that would be funny. Maybe I go bite somebody. Go bite a human.
He should dress up like a COVID thing, and you dress up like a bat, and then let him catch you and like fuck you, and then get up.
No, I've already, there will be no fucking me,
or like giving it to you, and then you guys both turn into a bowl of bat soup. Maybe you should do that at the end.
I think maybe I should be a bat. I'll go take a shit somewhere, then Beaver pops out of the shit, like hypothetically,
and looks like coronavirus.
Looks like coronavirus, and he goes and attacks like my brother.
That could work. That could work.
Jesus Christ. Other than that, me and Rob went to the concert, and this is probably the most fun I had all week. We went to see Fit for a King, badass metal band. If you've ever been to the Hoosier Dome in Indy, it's literally barely bigger than my bedroom. And we've got 200 or 300 people in this thing. There's no air conditioning. You're watching a concert. The environment was electric, but it wasn't even the fun of the night. So I had Rob ask me if I wanted to get a drink or get something to eat before the concert. So we went to El Dorado, and Rob was actually telling me, apparently I've never, do you guys both still have Snapchat? Yes, correct?
No.
Yeah, I got it. I don't really follow too many people. A bunch of porn stars and shit on it.
I was never real active. Like supposedly on Snap Maps, Rob said like if you like go somewhere like popular and you add a picture like the Snap Maps, like you would your story, like a bunch of random people add you, like drug dealers and like it's a lot of black market shit apparently. Okay, and a lot of people like trying to scam you too. So I was like, Rob, we should fuck with all these people. So like this first guy hits us up and was like, Yeah, I'll read the fucking messages to you. I got them here. But this first guy hits us up and he goes, "Hey, I got guns." Essentially, he was like telling different type of guns he's got. It's like they're less than you'll find them on the market. Essentially saying, "Hey, but he's selling black market guns. Hit me up," because he sees
pretty bold move to do to a stranger, but
pretty bold move. But he sees like these are two guys going to a concert. They probably might do. I don't know what how they target people. They probably see a giant redhead like this. I can get some money from this fucking guy. They hit him up. I was like, Rob, you should flirt with them. Like start flirt, like talk back and forth with them, but do it very flirtatious. Like it's obvious that you're interested. So I was like, yeah, what you got, babe? I was like, yeah, say that back to him. And I started talking to him. I got this guy to like admit that he was bisexual. And I said, how much to suck your dick? Like, I was like, as Rob, I was like, telling Rob what to say. I was like, to ask him how much to suck his dick. And the dude's like $100. I was like, I got $40. And the guy's like, no, boy. I was like, okay. I was like, we don't have to just have sex. And I started reading off a scenario. I said, I want you to dress up like, I said, I want you to dress up as a caterpillar. And I said, I want you to jerk off into a cup and throw the cup at me like you're angry. I said, for $40. And the guy's like, okay, deal. How do you want me to get the money to me? And I was like, what's your Cash App? And he sends me his Cash App. I was like, oh shit, I only got PayPal. And the guy went to send me his PayPal. And I was like, sir, this is the FBI. We've been trying to catch you for years. But we literally did the same, like not the same scenario. It was different to everybody, but we literally did this. Like probably 7 or 8 people added Rob, and each one had a different conversation. Like, and it all got to like a couple of females added him, and it was like super raunchy. It was like, hey, how much to lick our assholes? It wasn't, hey, I don't want an hour of your time. It was like, I just want you to come over and lick my butt. That's all I want.
Were they down? How much did they say?
Oh, it was all, they're always wanting money, of course. Like, so a lot of them you could figure out they were scammers, but every one I was like, make it, especially when a guy hit us up. Anytime a guy hit us up, it didn't matter what he wanted. I made it super gay. Like, I was like, Rob, you get as gay as possible. Like, real flamboyant, super past Elton John, Andy Dick gay, like really gay, And he did a great job. And it was a blast, hilarious, because these people were biting too, and some people were just like, "Whoa, what's going on here, bub?" He's like, "Hey,
so which one did you guys go with? Did you pick one and do it?"
No, didn't pick anybody. Didn't take anybody to the concert, unfortunately. I probably should have. Like, if I could talk a guy to dress up like as a caterpillar and jerk off into a cut for $40, like I feel pretty good about my sales ability. So,
did you see any of the people that added you?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, Rob, what if one of these guys, like one of these drug dealers, sees you out here on the street? Like, I mean, no offense, but there's not many 6'8" redheads in Fountain Square. There's one. I'm like, one of these guys are gonna see you out here and just fucking hit off your ass. And I was like, here I am with you.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a risk that Rob's willing to take. That's what we love, Rob. That's why Rob produces comment. He produces content like this.
I mean, I watched videos of the riots and I saw Rob downtown.
Rob breaking into a fucking a liquor store.
Breaking in the fucking Gap. I saw him everywhere.
Oh, he sticks out like a sword. The best part is like, so my
full camo
super fucked up. My leg was super fucked up, so I did not really get into the thick of things at the concert. My body could not take it that day. So I was like, Rob, I'm gonna kind of hang out to the side here. If you want to get closer, go for it. In every single one of the pictures of the band I took, Rob's big ass fucking head's right in the middle. Like it like sticks out. Like everything's like black because it's dark in there. Then you just see red. Just a red blob right in the middle of the screen. It's Rob's fucking head.
Fucking Robbie.
Yeah. And I also, I will say, so I did a wedding last week and I literally met the biggest CUNT I've ever met in my entire life. So let me tell you this. And I feel bad for even talking about it because the wedding was phenomenal. Overall wedding was phenomenal. Bride and groom were phenomenal. Absolutely. But this girl comes up. She requests Doja Kitty. I don't know if either of you guys know what Doja Kitty is or who Doja Kitty is.
She was just on the latest episode of Dave.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But
Dave, the Little Dicky Show.
Yeah, so she requested Doja Kitty, which, okay, I was going to play it, but I'm going from playing like gangster rap, like early 2000s gangster rap, and everybody's dancing, etc. Like if anybody knows anything about DJ, you can't just go from like one extreme to the other because it just does not. There's no flow. It doesn't sound right, etc. You know, like if I were to go from like a super like Travis Porter, you know, A-Ladies, I can't go from that to Hank Williams Jr. It's just there's no way you can transfer there like at all. Just the BPMs don't match up. Like the genres are completely opposite, so you just cannot. You got to find a better way to transition those through. Okay.
You've never rode with a drunk Duncan, then?
No, I have not. And thank God. Yes, I have several times, and it is all over the goddamn place. We'd go from playing Tupac to the Eagles within 5 minutes. So
I am, man. So I am.
Hey, it's all right, buddy. It's all right. I'll throw in some Temptations in there. We'll mix it up. We'll mix it up real well. So she comes over, gives me a request. Great. About 15 minutes has passed, so not that much time. That's probably 3 or 4 songs had passed. I had to go piss, so I go downstairs to pee, come back up, and as I'm walking to my computer, the song just changes suddenly. I was like, okay, that was weird. And I said, wait, this song wasn't even in the lineup. And I look over, the chick's behind my computer and picked the song out. She's behind my desk picking the song out, which, okay, it's just not something you do. Like, I was never raised to, you know, touch other people's stuff. Like, it's really disrespectful too. And it's not a $500 computer from Best Buy. It's a super expensive one, and all that equipment is super expensive. And unfortunately, it's very selfish of her because if she would have fucked something up on my equipment, it's actually the bride and groom's responsibility to replace it. So it's very, very irresponsible for her to be back there. And it, you know, it sucks because if she would have fucked something up, the bride and groom contractually are responsible for it. So it's very selfish of her to be back here. So I was super cool about it. I laughed at first. I was like, hey, you know, I was like, I'd really appreciate it if you wouldn't be back here. Like, you know, I'm like, hey, it's cool. I said, hey, it's cool. But I said, just, you know, if like you want something played, let me know. She's like, I don't want to hear that trash ass song. By the way, the trash ass song was Waka Flocka No Hands. Like, I've never not played that at a wedding and it not got a pop. So, but anyway, she didn't like Waka Flocka No Hands. And I was like, okay, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, about an hour had passed. And you know, the wedding's been going electric. I'm telling you what, this is what really sucks about the situation is I got so many compliments that night, but I allowed her to ruin my night because she comes up to me probably about an hour later. By this time, it's about 9:30, 9:45. The wedding's almost over. She comes up to me and she goes, first and foremost, she goes, I'm probably the last person you want to see. And I started laughing. I said, yeah, but I said, how can I help you? What do you want to hear? She goes, you need to stop playing this crap. And I was playing like, I think at the time I was playing like, I don't know, it was either Nelly or, you know, and everybody was dancing. Lo and behold, I said, okay. I said, you know, I was kind of annoyed by it. Like, cause every time somebody makes a statement like that, they never follow it up with what they want to hear. It's always like, I don't want to hear this. Okay. That's cool. You don't want to hear this. What would you like to hear in return? Because I'm very reasonable. Like, I'm there for the people. It's not about what I like. It's about what you guys want to hear and what you're going to dance to. She goes, don't play this. I said, no offense. I said, but everybody's dancing right now. And I said, that's the point. That's what the bride and groom hired me for. I said, what would you like to hear? And I will see if I can play it for you. Well, she didn't give me a song. And she goes, after I made the comment that everybody's dancing, she goes, well, you're doing a horrible job. And I was like, again, everybody is dancing right now. And she's like, would you like me to go get the groom to tell you you're doing a horrible job? And I was like, yeah, by the way, this is one of Juice's buddies. And she goes and talks to him. He comes over to me. He's like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about, dude. He's like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Like, you know, he's like, I haven't said anything to her. He's like, because the funny thing is, as I went to the restroom earlier, the bride and groom literally stopped me and said, hey, you're doing awesome right now. You know, just keep it up, etc. And the guy's like, hey, he goes, you know, this isn't necessary. He goes, this isn't necessarily my favorite song, but he goes, everybody's dancing right now. And that's the whole fucking point. I was like, yeah, exactly. But yeah, the biggest disrespectful drunk biatch I've ever met in my entire life. And I was like, my first thought was like, who raised you to be such a like bitch, you know? And like, and the second thing is I'm thinking like, how selfish can you be? This is not about you. This party is not for you. It's for the bride and groom. Okay.
How old was she?
Oh, she's probably mid-20s. I would guess, but just complete entitled fucking bitch.
He should have played Doja Kitty, dude.
I didn't fucking playing Doja Cat. I definitely didn't after that. The best part was when she would come and request her song first. She was with one of her friends, and her friend requested a song. So purposely, after she was a bitch to me the second time, I went straight to her friend's song, and I didn't play hers. I still didn't play hers because I'm like, no, I get it. You're mad. You requested a song, and I haven't played it immediately. But I even explained to her I was not rude to her at all until she was a bitch to me. I explained to her, I said, listen, I said, it's got to transition over. I mean, because they also wanted a country song. And I was at the time playing I was playing Waka Flocka. You can't just go from No Hands to fucking Hank Williams Jr. and Tom Petty. So I had to transition to that. So the best way to do that, like throw in some Bubba Sparks, it's like country rap. And then you can go from country rap to the country. So it sounds better. It doesn't sound ridiculous. There's a science. When I've done as many events as I have, there's a science to it. Like I get it, but she didn't have to be a cunt. Not at all. And she ruined my night. I was like, man, like just her selfishness ruined my night. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, other than that, the week was great.
Did she want to hear like Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus?
No, I mean, because I would have played that. I'm telling you what, let me tell you the science behind DJing a wedding is making the bride happy. Nobody else. Because if you make the bride happy, everybody else is going to be happy for the most part. So I just think about what the bride likes. And another science behind it is I look at the bride and groom, what year they graduate high school. I think about it, just from their group of friends. I look at, okay, what year they graduate high school, and I think what was popular back then. And then I start with that, and I just feed off, how they react to certain things. And I have certain tricks I can do to get people out on the dance floor, just random games and stuff that I play. So
yeah,
I wish we could just go to one of Matt's weddings. Like
you can. I was just thinking about, like, I can't believe, like, I did an event the other day. I did a wedding the other day, a couple weeks ago, and there was three weddings in the same building. And I have this problem, like in honestly, a total ego thing for me. Every time I do a wedding and there's other weddings going on, I make sure that I turn my fucking $1,000 speakers to the max, so every party knows where the big boy's at. And I'll have people come over and they explain to me that they're like, we have issues with that all the time. Like people from other weddings, like if they're at a wedding that isn't a free bar, people will come over and take free bar from the other. I was like, first and foremost, as if the doors aren't locked here, how easy would it be? And granted, I never have a free Saturday, but it would be so easy to just walk in any fucking wedding, dress nice, sit down and pretend like, and just start making friends, and nobody would know any different.
I mean, they made a movie about it, dude.
Yeah.
I think we should go to
literally, that's so funny you say this, because I was literally thinking about that like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was like, man, that would be a funny skit for Highly Inappropriate. I don't think it'd be possible for all of us to go together, but just because we're not going to get a table all together. It would be impossible. Maybe we split out, but like maybe if like two of us at a time went and crashed a wedding and we recorded the experience, and it would be fucking hilarious.
I'm thinking we just show up at one dunk and we wait till Matt goes to the bathroom and we put on some fucking George Strait or something when he's in the bathroom
on his radio.
yeah, on his fucking computer.
And he comes out and I'm like, fuck you.
We're like, DJ, fuck you, fuck this guy.
Matt gets angry when you touch his computer at the weddings.
I'll be like, hey, that guy in the orange cutoff just touched a little boy, sir. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, come fuck with my shit. No, that's only the second time it's ever happened. The first time, it was a friend of mine, and I looked at her like, hey, come on, be smart. Stay the fuck away from my shit. This one, like, just the disrespect. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I'll never get it, because I would never go behind somebody's and touch their shit, especially something they're being paid to do. Like, yeah, because what if she spilt her drink on my computer? She would have ruined the night for the bride and groom. She literally would have ruined the night with her selfishness.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Fucking bitch. Yep.
And you need to put ropes, dude.
What's that?
Put barriers like around your setup.
I wish I had the ability to like bring risers at every wedding, and I could be like 4 feet off the ground. and just away from people. But honestly, here's the thing is I like taking requests because when I get requests, it allows me to know these people because I also know my limits, like, because a lot of times I'll be at weddings. I'm like, they're religious. The whole ceremony was super religious. And I'll have somebody come out and say, hey, play Cult 45. I'm like, okay, I can kind of relax here and play some dirtier shit, stuff that's going to get people electric, like DMX, like if I'm not going to play any DMX if I go and I know it's super religious, everybody there is super religious, like I'm not going to break those barriers down, and there's no point in playing an edited DMX song because every other word's fucking, but
why don't you start bringing Rob with you for security?
That's funny. I think Beaver would be better security, believe it or not.
Your bouncer, dude.
Just staying there.
Just a big, tall redhead with his arms crossed.
Fucking sunglasses and a Taz jersey on.
I will let Rob. I will make an agreement. I will pay Rob to be my security at every wedding, but he has to do one thing. He has to get sleeves on both arms because I don't think he looks intimidated at all right now with a muscle shirt on. But if he would get if he gets the sleeves, he looks somewhat intimidating now. He'd look like focus less on his red hair and more on his sleeveless tat.
Like a suit on him with like all black Oakleys.
Yeah.
Piece in his ear.
Yeah. Maybe a fake gun on his side.
Good idea.
And a gun.
Definitely need a gun.
That's what I would do. Or beaver.
I want a beaver samurai sword to be.
I mean, the thing is, too, I really don't have that many problems at weddings. Like, I can count on one hand issues I've had. When I say issues, it's normally just one fucking drunk asshole. The worst was ever when I worked at Rose Bar. I literally told a guy on the microphone, and still to this day, when I go in there, there's a bartender that was a bartender when I was DJing. She reminds me of this. I literally got on the mic. I said, motherfucker, if you got something to say, come up here on the stage and say it. I said, I'm going to knock your ass off of it too, bub. But this guy was just being a prick. It was like almost the same situation. He was like, came up to my table and he said, stop playing this. And I was like, okay. I said, what would you like to hear? And he couldn't give me an answer. And I'm like, sir, if you don't know what you want to hear, please go sit down. I'm like,
this was a wedding or you were just DJing the bar?
I was just DJing the bar, and I DJ every week. And I tell you what, like, trust me.
What year was it? It was probably me.
No, it was 100% not you. It was a short little shrimp dick fucking cocksucker, like tiny ass dude. Like, I might have respected it if this dude was fucking 6'6" and looked like he could fight somebody. But this was just a little prick. And I was like, I'm gonna punch the guy in the face. I'm like, he's just being a little fucking prick. And I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be professional, but I'm also in a bar. So, I'm not doing it. Would I have done this at a wedding? Would I have got on the mic and said, hey, come here, you little bitch? No, I would not have. But at a bar, I will, especially at a bar that I've been at for a while. And I know everybody. I know the owner, etc. Yes, I will. But this guy was just being a little fucking asshole. But yeah, I DJ'd a whole year at Rose. From 2013 to 2014. I DJ'd from like March to March of every Friday. I did a lot of Saturdays too because bands would drop out, etc. But I had that place electric. I'd have a dance. And here's the thing is I would use my own money that they would pay me, and I would put it back into the bar to get people to dance. I would buy shots and say, okay, next person that comes up and dance to this song, you're getting a free shot. And of course, if one fucking hot chick comes up there, every other chick and everybody's going to dance. Like, there's a science to it, and I get it. I need to. I want to teach other people how to DJ like me, in a sense, like how to work people. Like it's a lot about the music. You have to know music, but it's less about the music. It's more about the entertainment, like more about, getting the crowd involved. And
I ain't dancing, dude.
Yeah, you will, bitch.
Bopping. I ain't bopping.
Hey, come watch it. Come crash your wedding. I'm DJing. I guarantee I get you to dance because I got tricks to it.
I don't dance. Not that I can't. There's a pistol in my pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fucking water. It's a squirt gun in your pants. But
play any Kanye?
Do what?
Play any Kanye?
Oh, I play a lot of Kanye, especially old Kanye. For sure, Gold Digger's in every wedding playlist.
I listen to Gold Digger on my way to my wedding.
Perfect.
By myself in the car. That's what I had. That's what I had playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally that's why
Definitely wasn't with Megan in the car.
I'm telling you, because early 2000s hip hop is literally the peak. Is literally the peak of club music for sure. Early 2000s hip hop is the peak of club music for sure. And there's just a list of like 30 songs that I could play at any wedding for any age, and they're gonna pop. They're gonna get a pop from people, and that is for sure in there. Yep.
What do you think about the new album, dude?
I have not heard any of it.
It ain't out yet, but it's
Well, I
coming.
know. Like I what do I think about coming out? Didn't he release part of a song? And I haven't heard that yet.
I guess a commercial with the track and field Beats commercial, I guess, had a song on it. I didn't see it or anything today either. But with the sprinter that got kicked out of the Olympics for smoking weed or whatever, I guess is in the commercial, I heard. So, but today he's having a album listening party at Mercedes-Benz or whatever in Atlanta.
Oh.
And I guess he's gonna sell out that place for a listening party. That's insane.
That is wild.
Yeah, I love to just sitting there with Kevin Durant, like just listen to it on the couch. I think it's going to be electric. I mean, like just on a production, even like his Christian album from a production standpoint was amazing. It was just, like, and
coming off a divorce, dude.
I hope it's just like, I hope he's got 6 songs about like, fuck Kim. He's going to be like Eminem 2.0. It's a bunch of songs about killing a bitch named Kim, like.
There'll be a lot of sublims, I bet, in there. I don't think
it'll be a lot.
But the last time he did this and came off the break, it was one of his best, dude. Dark Twisted Fantasy was.
Oh, that was to this day maybe one of my favorite hip hop albums.
Pretty pumped. I'm ready to see it. I saw a list of like features, like people that are featured on it, and it's like a fucking 12-person list. So,
damn,
we'll see. We'll see
who's on it.
It was literally a who's who, dude. It was nobody like new, like older though, like that we would know. It was like a lot of the newer guys, like new artists.
That sounds terrible.
Like so, that just to get in there with them and knows that we'll go ahead and buy it and listen. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Beaver will love it. He'll listen to it in the truck. I know he will.
Also, maybe this is the time we talk a little bit about Space Jam. I know we just kind of got into it because we talked about what to listen to, what to watch. I started a series on Netflix called The Heist. I'm like 1.5 episodes in. The story's just now like kind of unfolding, but I must say, an episode and a half in, watch it. I recommend it. Also, Space Jam sucks. Your thoughts, guys? Round the horn here.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of, like we said, we kind of ruined this by talking about it before, but like the coolest thing about it was the placement. Like that was pretty sweet. Like when they did the, like pretty much WB saying like what we own, we're fucking big dick production. We own Hollywood pretty much. We own it all. That was kind of cool, but like the LeBron acting, like, I mean, I guess he's like a terrible dad, man. He's like a bad dad. Don't listen to his kids. Don't let them chase their dreams.
Terrible.
He's all business in between these and stuff like that. He likes spaghetti, I guess.
Not a video game guy.
Because spaghetti's his favorite dinner. But that's about all I got out of it, man.
Yeah, I got out that he didn't play NBA Jam when he was a kid because
he couldn't even use the power
serious fucking basketball. It's all fucking work between these lines.
Yeah, he couldn't use no power ups. He had no showboating skills.
None
at all.
None.
But see, he got the video game taken away at the beginning to create that, though.
Yeah,
you remember that?
On his Game Boy when they took the game.
Yeah. Not supposed to play games. Got to be serious all the time.
Yeah, because he wanted, and he did, and got a mansion.
Yep.
Like he just showed those kids how to do it.
His house was way more believable than MJ's house in the first Space Jam. Let's be honest here.
That's probably true.
His basketball court was pretty sweet. I did like that, but his bedroom, golly,
yeah.
This dude had a fireplace. Yeah. His bedroom is the size of my fucking garage. Like in the side of it.
Yeah.
It was fucking huge. Yeah. And then like the bed was just in the
house.
Fireplace.
You think it was his real house?
The bed was just in the middle of the room, not against the wall. That's kind of weird.
Have you ever seen Shaq's bed? It's like a giant circle and just spins and shit.
Yeah, but he's like 100 feet tall. Like
my favorite of all the MTV cribs, like not to segue into something completely different here, but Hugh Hefner had that like whole lounge room, like it was nothing but like pillows, and you could just have orgies in there.
Oh, yeah. It's the Playboy Mansion, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, there literally was orgies in there. I'm sure.
It's like the best place in the world.
Best, no shit.
My favorite episode was Red Man.
Red Man, dude, the little shitty ass apartment.
Yeah, like he lived in Lincoln Apartments in Knightstown.
I liked well, the Jackass episodes were funny as fuck. Rob Zombie's house with all the horror memorabilia was cool as shit. Also, I'm trying to think of but I always loved like the random like Italian fucking guys they'd have on there with these like gorgeous fucking rock combs that looked over L.A. That show was cool as fuck. Not to completely change the subject there, but
who's the dude?
Space Jam,
just like hanging out by the pool at his house.
No, I don't.
He owned the airline. He has the airline, and
you're talking about Richard Branson, big ass house.
They had the music label too. It's
Richard Branson.
Damn it! I know it is like a white. That might be it, but what I can't. Virgin Records.
Yeah, but it's Richard Branson. He owns Virgin Mobile, Virgin Airlines, and
Master P had the gold ceilings.
Yeah. Master P, dude.
I remember Lil Romeo's car too.
Yeah, but he's like,
I'm 14. Here's my fucking
yeah.
Here's my Lambo. Fucking cocksucker.
What if he still got all that?
Yeah. No, he probably has to drive a fucking Ford Fiesta now. 2002.
He's rich.
Dude, Master
P's loaded.
He does like.
I'm talking about Lil Romeo.
Lil Romeo.
I'm sure if his dad's loaded.
That's his son. Yeah, his son. I know. I'm thinking a little Bow Wow. Bright broke as fuck now.
Yeah, Bow Wow's probably broke as fuck. Didn't he make like a video game console or some shit?
Bow Wow, remember he's on a fucking tugboat. We had that video like a month ago.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
It's like a little boat you see at Brookville with like
that's right. That's worse than a Ford Fiesta. You got a boat in the middle of a retention pond in a housing condition that he doesn't live in.
The best cribs is Dave Chappelle though, man. That was the best. Remember Dave Chappelle when he did cribs on Chappelle Show? He's like, "Come on in, you broke motherfuckers."
Oh yeah.
Because his agent like says they want you to do MTV Cribs, and he's like, no, I don't really want. I don't have it like that. And they're like, "Do you think those people have it like that? They just rent that stuff and act like it's theirs." And he's like, "Oh, really?" And like he does the episode, fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh man,
he has a thing on. He's like, "This is a reversible robe." He goes, "The outside is white panda." He goes, "The inside is bald eagle." And he's like, he has dinosaur eggs in his fridge and shit. You really haven't seen it?
No, I haven't. I don't think so. I might have back in the day. It's probably been forever.
Yeah, dinosaur hatches and he fucking fries it. Like he goes, "You want to eat some dinosaur? Fuck it, we rich." And he like fries the dinosaur and he gets done and he goes, "This is the last thing I do to all the foods I eat." And he has one of them little salt things. He's like, "I sprinkle diamonds on all my food." He goes, for two reasons. One, it's the ballerest shit ever you could do to your food. And two, it's my duty twinkle, baby. It's my duty twinkle, baby.
Duty twinkle.
Sprinkle diamonds on my food, I think.
Spells the best.
Sounds awful.
Wow.
Beaverwood. I know Beaverwood.
Beaverwood.
For sure.
Well, beyond out of 5 stars, Space Jam gets a 1 for me.
3. I'll give it 3.
I give it 2.5.
Yeah, I'll give it probably I'd give it a 4. I didn't think my kids loved it. I didn't think it was terrible.
For the kids, I'd give it a 4.
Yeah,
For us as adults, I'd give it 2.5, 3.
I'm giving it that much just because of the fucking courtside, all the shit courtside.
Yeah, the courtside stuff was cool. That was the best part of the movie.
Watching fucking Pennywise and fucking.
But there were some good jokes that stuck, I thought.
I do want to know why.
It would have been a 5 for me if Pennywise somehow murdered LeBron in the middle of the fucking.
Matt hated it going into it because it had LeBron in it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Whatever, but I want to know.
I want to say the movie that LeBron did with Amy Schumer. I can't remember.
Why are we banned in China? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I just want to say that his acting was very good in that movie. I will say that.
Wasn't that just the NBA in general? No.
What's that?
Anything NBA related?
Banned in China right now?
Is it? The NBA is just banned in China? I thought LeBron had his hands in the back pockets of China with Nike. And all that stuff.
Apparently he doesn't.
Yeah, he's got his back hands in sweatshops. He's got little fucking Chinese kids working to the bone.
He didn't make the John Cena video.
John Cena is in China. Boys.
Yeah, he made the fucking video and shit. Just
he is
apologizing.
He fucking is. But I cannot believe that LeBron got banned from China. Space Jam is making $0 in China.
I'm gonna be careful on the China talk because I don't want to highly inappropriate to get banned in China, dude.
We were number one show in China for
China.
Oh, dude, you get banned in China, it's a wrap. Like it's over. You ain't making any money.
Let's not get banned in China, guys.
No money if you're banned in China. There's no money coming your way.
Hey, by the way, our sponsors, Fixed Dent USA, motherfucker. So yeah, by the way, we're still getting that money. So all you other podcasts,
shout out, Fixed It,
taking that Chinese money.
Dent. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
mix that up.
I'm gonna put it in a wrap for sure. Fixed Dent.
Yeah.
I actually had a random company call me.
Fixed Dent's Dent Fix. I'm an idiot.
I told somebody.
It's Dent Fix.
I told listen to that's what it is.
Like dick
I was
pic.
like, I know it sounds wrong. I just looked at the ad. I was like, Jesus.
I told the guy at work, I was like, dude, we got sponsored. And he's like, really? By who? And I said, Fixed Dent. And he Fixed Dent, whatever. And he's like, dick pics. Dick pics. I thought it said dick pics.
Yeah, we've gotten a few of those too, but
I actually got a phone call from a random number one day.
Beaver has a bad transition. We went from dick pics to you got a random. Go ahead.
Nah, I got a random phone call from this company. Didn't know what the hell she was saying other than they wanted to try to come out and look at my place because of damage done and shit like that. Said, fuck you. I only work for fucking Dent USA. And that's who I go with.
Fixed Dent.
Fixed Dent USA.
Fixed Dent USA. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think it's Dent Fix USA. I think we just clarified that, right?
Dent Fix USA.
Yeah.
We're fucking terrible.
Well, Duck's like, hey, I've been calling it the wrong name forever. Then he went to the correct Beaver, like went from the right thing to the wrong. Oh God, yeah. Candace, we'll work on that. We promise to get it right. So Dent Fix USA, we like that American money. Yeah, but it's not a wrap. We lose our China listeners. We lose like 85 a week, but we'll recover.
We still got the Germans.
God damn, we're all high.
Real bad. We're not as high as Jeff Bezos because this week that motherfucker went to space
on a dick.
Juice is on a real big tangent right now about, and I get it, and I feel the same fucking way. This guy literally started his business in his garage, was broke as fuck. Like, maybe that's not what I would do if I had this much money, build a rocket and go to space, but what, here's my thing to all the people that are mad at Jeff Bezos for going to space. Like, what does Jeff Bezos going to space have to do with you helping the poor? Like, what's the last thing you did to help somebody that's less fortunate than you? Have you bought a meal for any homeless people? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop worrying about everybody else and worry about yourself. There's my little tangent. I'm sure Juice agrees. That being said, holy shit. Like I told my mom, like, it's legitimate. Like, we legitimately could be going to Mars, like humans, like for trips within 15 to 20 years, I think. Like, and that might be generous.
Way too much money, dude.
No, it'll be expensive, like the iPhone at first, like the iPad.
It'll be cheaper.
It'll be cheaper eventually. The longer it's around, like big screen TVs used to be $5,000-$6,000. Now you can get a fucking 55-inch for $400. Like,
we will never be able to afford to go to space.
Hey, well, might not, motherfucker, but I know.
Well, we'd be going on dick rockets, though. That's my only question.
You're right. If a trip to Mars is more than $5,000, I'm out. I'm out.
Dude, like, we'll go to Dent Fix to get our like meteor dents in our spaceships getting fixed up and stuff.
Meteorites that hit it.
Hey, that's good. That's a good question. We should ask her because maybe like in 10 years, that's a market she could tap into. So, yeah, Candace, hear it out. You get some business advice here on Inappropriate. We'll tell you where not to put your money. OnlyFans, where to put your money. Dogecoin. Or
we definitely are. We've had some financial success with telling people how to invest for sure.
Yeah. So just listen up.
Just don't apparently give it to the homeless. That's all.
Don't give it to the homeless. You don't entitle them. You empower them. Give them an application. Teach them how to dress for an interview. You definitely should feed somebody that's hungry too. By the way, that was completely a joke. But my point is, people like to bitch because a rich billionaire spend his money on shit. But I will say that guy probably worked 20 hours a day for 10 years of his life and deserves everything that he's getting. Like even the divorce where he lost half of his fucking income, probably deserved it. Probably he's a horrible father. I don't know the guy personally, but a guy probably that rich and works that much probably doesn't spend much time with his kids. So there's many sacrifices this guy goes through you don't see on it.
I'm sure if you dig deeper, he has quite a charitable donation history. If you dig,
I guarantee it. That's what the
flooding probably charities with.
But it's only a small percentage of his profit.
Looks like a cocksucker though.
It's still my favorite thing to ask any liberal that's like super high on increasing taxes. I always say, how much more in taxes did you voluntarily pay last year to support what you support? It's always, it's a good question to ask them. Like, think about that. Like, you believe so much in the government, helping the less fortunate. And I always like to tell people, if you made over $31,000 last year, you're actually in the 1% of the world. So what extra did you pay in taxes to help the poor? Because you're a 1%er. If you made more than $31,000, you're a 1%er in the world. So people don't understand.
Duncan used it to gamble.
Poor people in America aren't even poor. Poor people in America still have air conditioning, typically.
I don't.
We're not poor. We don't know what's like being poor. We've literally been spoiled for 200 years because of capitalism, that we're all just a bunch of lazy, entitled pieces of shit. And like, people came and right my goddamn taco, and you're right, Ed Taco Bell. I'm still mad about that. Beaver, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just agreeing about the lazy, entitled piece of shit.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Josh, you haven't said a word. What do you think, bub?
I'm with you, man.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I think but you got to think inflation and shit too. So, yeah, we're 1% here, but 31,000 here is not shit. But 31,000 down in Mexico, you'd be a fucking.
You own a couple hotels.
Yeah.
No, but that's the reason. You understand, like, it's capitalism. 100%.
$31,000 doesn't get you very far in Carthage either. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But how much AMC does that get you, though?
Fucking
point is a lifestyle, and I'll tell you this: being poor is not a wealth. What's the word I'm looking for here? It's not a wealth classification. Being poor is a mindset, because being broke is a wealth classification. You can be temporarily broke. I right now this week am broke because I paid a lot of bills this week, but I'm not poor. Because I don't think like poor people do. I don't get my tax check and buy big screen TVs. I invest it, or I pay off debt. I'm smart with my money. Being poor is a mindset, and the faster you learn that, the less you will be poor. If you're struggling with money, just learn how money works. It's not that hard. It's really not. There you go. My tangent.
Use your money to buy more Dogecoin.
Yep. That came straight from marijuana, by the way. Sponsored by marijuana. That was not sponsored by Dent Fix. That was sponsored by marijuana. Yep, that little tangent there. But that being said, he went 65 miles. Oh, okay, let me read here. Sorry.
65 miles. Damn. I didn't know you could get to space.
60-some miles into space. Yeah, 50. I think space is only, like, our atmosphere is only 50 miles. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's exact, but it's around 50 miles high. So think from here to Indianapolis stacked up. It's really not like, if you think about the atmosphere in relation to the Earth in general, it's just like, it's like thin as fuck. Isn't that weird to think about?
Yeah.
It's super weird to think about, like, how thin the atmosphere is.
Yeah, for sure.
From here to Indy up into the air, I'd be in space.
Yeah. From Carthage, definitely. Carthage is what about?
Not for me. Not for me.
Not from you, Beaver. I'm more like 30 miles, so not quite to space. Me from Indy is like, we gotta look that up here.
Google Maps.
I'm like, hold on, because I want to know the exact how far away is space, or how tall is the atmosphere.
I figured space would be a little farther than Indy.
It's not. It's really.
Dude, then why is it so hard to get to? Because Indy's pretty fucking easy to get to.
Yeah, I can get to Indy.
Dude, I can get to Indy.
Just need a better pogo stick. How tall is the atmosphere? Is that what I'm looking up right now? How tall?
All you need to do is fucking smoke a blunt and you get lit. I feel like you're in space.
How long do they stay in space?
Okay, I was way off. It says Earth's atmosphere is about 300 miles, but most of it is within 10 miles of the surface.
That sounds closer.
So yeah, because technically, because that makes more sense, because you're in space. Like, you can actually see space at a certain point, because you're not getting it, all the blue light. That's why the sky's blue, essentially, right? You understand that, Dunk?
No, I'm just
I'm not going to do the science lesson, but you see so much light in the atmosphere. Basically, light rays hit the atmosphere, and there's particles in the atmosphere like hydrogen, etc. And the reason you see blue is because it's basically just light reflecting off of all the particles in the atmosphere. But the higher up you get, there's less particles in the atmosphere. It just becomes nothing. It becomes space. And so you can see space from like 50 miles up, I think. But the actual atmosphere is 300 miles, which is a little thicker than I thought. So from here to Detroit, up in the air, which is not in relative to the size of the Earth, is not that big.
Bunch of fucking buffoons trying to explain space.
I'm way too stoned for this, by the way.
As a great quarterback once said, I didn't go to Ohio State to play school.
Yeah.
Who was that?
This is probably great audio for our people there.
I wish I could remember which quarterback it was.
This is great for right there in the lobby there at Dent Fix USA. Us talking about space.
Snap right now. He's just
three call.
They won a national championship. I can't remember.
We even got this is pretty legit. Space.com. They actually have a space.com. Nitrogen is 78% of our atmosphere. Oxygen 21%.
Yeah. You better got one.
Are we all going in the dick rocket though? That's my question.
Beaver he is obsessed with the dick.
That's the dick rocket.
Not surprised here, Beaver. Can I ride on the dick rocket? Can I suck the dents out of the dent rocket?
I'm not trying to suck the dents. If I need the dents taken out, I'll call Dent Fix USA.
Dent Fix, I can suck some dents out for you.
Well, his rocket was like a dick. I think you have to be aerodynamic though, Beav. I think they all kind of look like a dick.
And I seen an article somewhere. I'm gonna try to pull this up, but it had a whole like breakdown of why it was shaped like a dick too.
I mean, aerodynamic, man.
Some of them are just.
Yeah, I don't know if my dick would fly in the sky.
I'm gonna shoot my dick into space. You
can't even shoot your dick into your wife, Bob. Good luck.
My dick's the cockpit. I fly by the seat of my pants.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
We got to get to something else.
Yeah. There are very solid engineering reasons why Jeff Bezos' rocket looks like a penis. Let's read this real quick.
Can't wait.
The Blue Origin founder, Jeff Bezos, flew to the edge of space Tuesday in a company rocket that had a bulbous passenger capsule sitting atop a tall, narrow booster shaft. I'm about to change the whole episode to bulbous passenger capsule sitting atop a narrow booster shaft.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Right. The New Shepard's rocket, this is like a lot of big words in this fucking thing. Way too stoned for this. Tumescent's shape was low-hanging fruit to social media users who were quick to point out the craft's phallic design and wonder whether that design meant its billionaire passenger was compensating for something. So Jeff Bezos likely has a tiny dick, is what they're saying. But experts say this suborbital sausage fest was anything but accidental. New Shepard's characteristic shape was designed to optimize cabin space for up to 6 passengers and maximize the rocket's stability when coming back to Earth, according to Pedros Llanos, an engineering professor, etc. So it was designed to come back to Earth. Oh boy. The main reason the design looks like this is because Jeff's first goal is to send people to space, so everything revolves around having 4 to 6 people in the cabin, so maximizing cabin volume. Let's be honest, they wanted it to look like a dick because this is not real good reasons at all. So,
did anybody do the Austin Powers thing? I'm sure
on
the internet already.
That,
yeah. Oh, it looks like a giant pecker, woodpecker right over here.
I had to do that.
Definitely did that. They probably it had to look like a penis because they call it Mother Earth, so Mother needed a little bit of digging. That's probably the only way.
But it's going away from Mother Earth, though. That's the thing.
But it came back in.
Got to get back in that motherfucker.
I thought for sure somebody was going to die in this too. I was like, like you got these billionaires building rockets. It's not the government building it, so I think that maybe
you should trust it better.
Say that again, Beaver.
You should trust it better then.
Exactly, I would trust it better. That's what I was getting at. Yeah, for sure. For fucking sure. By the way, guys, sports fans, we're all sports fans here. We've got a few stories this week. I'm gonna go through the best ones. One I did want to catch on. How about Jorge Masvidal calling out Kaepernick, for his hypocrisy? Whereas with everything going on right now in Cuba, it's pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna get into the whole gist of everything that's going on right now, but a lot of Cubans are flying American flags. They want freedom down there in Cuba, which we don't have a lot of freedom here in America either, but more than they do there. But Kaepernick is a guy who's worn a Fidel Castro shirt. He's kind of a jackass. We've talked about that here as well. Don't really care whether he kneels for a flag. It's not about all that bullshit. But Masvidal calls him out, calls him jackass, basically coward for praising Fidel Castro, which is interesting because Masvidal was Cuban-born American, UFC fighter, Miami. Guy just got knocked out by Usman. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Guy knocked out Ben Askren with the big knee, etc. Calls out. Also, Jim Irsay buys John Lennon. He's already got John Lennon's piano. He buys
Elton John.
Elton John's piano. Flex. He's gonna, I want Irsay to turn his house into a museum and just, $10. I can just get
He's gonna start a museum pretty soon.
I heard that too. Like, I thought it might have been his house though. So he's gonna start his own museum somewhere.
I guess, of all the memorabilia and shit.
I love it.
I guess he's got the money to do it, but he has it in that basement that's like fire fucking proof and shit, dude. Like, if his house catches on fire, that it's like a fucking chamber. I don't know.
Have you ever seen?
It will not burn.
Right.
Have you ever seen pictures of his the Colts, like, quote unquote Hall of Fame room there at the Colts complex? Like all the memorabilia they have in there. They have like a lot of stuff from Baltimore, and they've got like just autographed he's literally got just the greatest collection of Colts memorabilia, second to me. And no,
the owner.
Yeah, the owner, of course. But there's been talks of turning that into a museum too. I think that would be super, super cool. Colts museum.
I just don't see him willing that stuff
Dude,
out.
It would be really cool if somebody would make a museum where you could see like all this old rock memorabilia and rock stuff, all this music history. Yeah. That'd be really cool if somebody made a museum like that.
Like
or a Hall of Fame.
Have you been to the Cleveland Hall of Fame?
No.
It's pretty cool.
No.
I'll say it once. I hate the Hall of Fame just because they refuse to give any respect to any sort of heavier music at all. Right. But it's a cool place. Definitely go check it out.
What's cool is that Irsay probably has more high dollar stuff than they do there.
Oh, I guarantee it. Like he's got.
You can't have Lennon's piano.
Oh, that's true.
They won't let you take pictures inside the hall either. That pissed me off. Like, I'm like, why do I want to see John Lennon's piano if I can't fucking take a picture with it?
Yeah.
I've been. What's
especially I went when they had a whole room dedicated to Black Sabbath. When I went, it was right after Sabbath got inducted, and I was like, I can't take any pictures in here. This is bullshit.
You know what is by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? The Pro Football Hall of Fame. I mean, they're going to be playing a game in not too distant future.
Yes. Football's coming up. I'm pretty excited about it, and I am gonna probably try to go to the Hall of Fame this year. I think. And I'm more excited to possibly meet Edgerrin James than I am to meet Peyton.
That would be a lit time right there.
Yep.
Who's playing in the game?
I don't even know who is.
I have no clue, man.
The Colts would make the most sense.
People brought it up, but
that game stinks. Dude.
Yeah, it's a terrible game.
Yeah, I mean,
you still look forward to it, and you just know it's a
horrible. I think the Colts tried to. That's when they burnt the field and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that game.
That was a wonderful time right there.
Your gold jacket. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
What about this story? I think Dunk, you sent to me to win a bet. Catherine Keola put a line of cocaine on her husband's desk. What's HPD? What is?
Oh yeah, the Honolulu.
Yeah, Honolulu Police Department. So, in a stunning revelation included in a newly filed court document, federal prosecutors say former deputy city prosecutor Catherine Keola won a bet by taking a photo with a line of cocaine on her husband's desk while he was Honolulu's police chief. The documents are part of the upcoming trial against Keolola's brother, Dr. Rudy Piana. Wow, fucking Hawaiian names. Piana is accused of running a legal drug ring. Prosecutors say he used his Big Island pain clinic as a source for opioids and other drugs that were used and distributed by Catherine and other friends. So, if you guys want me to reread this story, or actually, I want you to go look it up yourself because this literally happens everywhere around the country. This is how drugs. When I make brash statements like the government's responsible for half the drugs in America, this is just a small example. This happens everywhere. 100%. Half the police departments are in on it. Like, that's why you just legalize drugs and just let stupid people be stupid, guys. You want to do heroin, do heroin. People either learn or, unfortunately, they get hurt. But you ain't gonna stop people from doing stuff.
Did you see the 8-foot fucking horse, dude? Show that.
I was about to pull that up.
Show the dude fucking beating it off.
There's a whoa! There's a video in here of the guy beating it off.
Yeah, it's fucking. It looks like he's cranking its junk, dude. It's like on the tweet. It's dude, this thing's fucking as big as my
monster horse. So you want me to pull it up here on the thing?
Is it as big as Bezos' rocket?
His dick is.
Oh, his dick for sure.
Probably jump inside this horse's dick and go to space.
Fucking 8-foot tall horse.
I'll never forget the first time I seen a horse with a big swinger fucking up close. I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm like,
my first time was the Jackass movie.
Whenever I go by like horses and driving, I always look to see if one of them's taking a dump or pooping or taking a piss and that thing.
I mean, you can't miss this stallion. All right.
Waiting for a good day to happen.
All right, we gotta turn the music off.
Waiting around the ups.
Yep, we just got kicked off YouTube. Hell yeah. Hold on, let me pull this fucking horse up. A monster. I mean, I'm guessing the girl standing next to the horse is probably 6 foot tall, and she doesn't even come to the top of this horse's back.
You bringing up the tweet?
Yeah, I'm bringing up the twatter. Is it working?
Not yet.
It says you started one. We're trying to do here.
Oh, we got it figured out. I'm there.
Jesus.
But look at this horse. Massive. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. It does totally look like she's jerking this horse off right now. She's got some experience. She's jerked off some horses in the past, for sure. That was good motion there. Bless her heart.
Even that dude calm.
Tell me that's not scary. It shows somebody riding it. Like they ride that.
It's a giraffe. That ain't a goddamn horse.
That's fucking. It's a big ass horse.
Giraffe. High flying public masturbator. Oh, this is interesting.
Hey, why'd you pull up my article?
Yeah, Beaver. If you guys ever wanted to know what Elliot Beaver did last week. All right, vile public masturbator who ejaculated on a young woman at music festival is sacked from his $120,000 high-flying finance job, but his wife is still by his side. What the fuck? So a high-flying finance specialist who ejaculated on a young woman at a music festival. So whoa. Okay, there's not enough detail. That's 2 sentences on something that needs the most detail here. This guy literally just walked up to some woman at a music festival and just beat off on her. Muhammad Bilal Khan, 40, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of sexual touching and 1 count of indecent assault in Melbourne's Magistrates Court on July 15th. Khan appeared in court again on Tuesday, where his lawyer confirmed he has been fired from his job at financial services and an insurance company. Wow. The court previously heard the serial public masturbated, so he's done this before. Wow. What the fuck?
What he's into.
Carried out a spate of vile attacks on women from 2015 to 2019 after he migrated from Pakistan. Is this just something they do in Pakistan? On Tuesday, Khan appeared in court via video link, sitting next to his 2 children and his wife, who had remained by her husband's side through the ordeal.
Don't you beaten off right on the court screen?
Here's what I thought whenever I seen this story. I thought about Duncan's brother was telling us during our show with him about they had an ass eating contest at this music festival in Ohio, and I thought, man, this guy must have been into that shit too. Like,
he was right there.
He was probably at that one beating off and while they're ass eating.
They have an ass eating contest?
Dude,
they just beat off.
Dude, fuck.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't hook up with a chick at it. Just
at an ass eating contest.
Just in general, I would not recommend hooking up with a chick at an EDM concert because, they're probably taking just filthy drugs and having sex with dirty hippies and shit.
Obviously lying in there.
I mean, this is how Jenny got AIDS and fucking Forrest Gump, guys. Okay, come on.
lining up and getting your ass ate in the middle of a fucking festival, dude.
Yeah. You gotta be on something to get your
Just-
ass ate.
Like, you gotta be on something.
I just imagine sitting there watching a concert. I pull my pants down, and I start eating my ass or fucking just for the hell of it.
Who's judging that, by the way? Like,
Hey, by the way, that they
Rounder.
might be a better DJ than me. I've never got people to eat each other's ass at a wedding. I've had them see it do a lot of shit, but I've never been on stage and got people to eat each other's ass.
Never played EMD, dude. What if your next wedding you just said fuck it, and just
start playing.
played
EMD.
all
Tell you
EMD,
what.
and next thing you know, everybody's just eating ass.
Dude, you could do
Time
it.
for the ass eating contest on the center court.
I do have.
Dude,
I will say this. I will say this. I have these awesome 80s remix. They're EDM songs. They're like dubstep, house, trap, literally 80s remix songs. They're badass. I drop them out a lot, especially when people like ask for Darude or Sandstorm. But yeah, if I was,
And now it's time to play Genuine's Pony.
yeah, if you could at this time, I need couples on the dance floor.
All I can hear is
Guys, please pull your pants down to your ankles. I need everybody to eat your significant other's asshole to this song.
Got that person you love. It's time to eat that ass. Here,
I start playing the chicken dance. Da-da-da-da-da. Gonna peck their ass like a fucking chicken.
We're not gonna do the bouquet toss. We're gonna toss the salad.
Go ahead and toss the salad here, guys. Now that we got the cakes, time to toss the salad, ladies and gentlemen. Pull your pants down to your ankles. Time to eat some ass.
Can you quit playing this shit? I cannot eat ass, Nelly.
Here's Genuine Pony. Jesus Christ. Here's your Doja Kitty right here. Let's eat some ass.
Good eat ass to that.
Oh, for sure. He's got a fat ass, anyways.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. I have a serious Asking Idiots question for you guys. Name somebody that's not obvious or has already been mentioned on this show who has had a profound effect on you. Like when I say somebody that hasn't been mentioned, this is mainly for like me and Dunk. We can't talk about our grandpas here because those are obvious for us.
Or Eminem.
Or Eminem, yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Joshua?
I'm gonna say my uncle Randy probably had the most profound impact outside of my dad and probably my grandpa and stuff. So probably him for sure.
What about like non-family? Anybody?
Non-family.
I just busted the biggest sneeze ever.
Yeah, non-family's hard, dude. I don't really look at people like that.
It is hard. Probably some work people probably.
Yeah.
That kind of helped me along.
I feel you.
Beaver?
I have nobody influence me.
Nobody's ever influenced Beaver.
Driving school instructor.
Like, well, the guy who taught me how to drive a truck, he also told me the proper way to negotiate with a lot lizard. So I'd say
He told me I look like a monkey trying to fuck a football. So there you go.
What was that? Mel Blanc. That's the guy that created Bugs Bunny.
yeah, where'd that come from?
Beaver's obsession with Bugs Bunny.
Oh, yeah. Just because he's a furry, he likes to fuck chicks in fucking mascot uniforms.
That too. Dressing up.
Why not?
Duncan, who are you?
Most profound influence. I'd probably have to say my dog, dude. My dog turned me around, made me a new person. You know, I got something to take care of.
That's a good one.
I think my pup, dude.
Man, that's a good
Miles?
Not the kids at all.
Not the kids. I'm still doing drugs through half their life, but
Dog really turned things around.
love it. Love it. Mine, the reason I bring up this question is because I was posed recently about my work ethic and about, why I'm always, one of my favorite quotes I heard recently. I mean, I've heard it before, but really stuck with me recently is like, how you do anything's how you do everything. Meaning that, like, if you work hard at one thing, you likely work hard at everything you do. Somebody asked me recently, like, why are you always, like, on it, like, and honestly, I had this conversation with you guys. Like, I legit took a month off the podcast for a reason, like, because I'd never give myself a break. But asked me why I was, and I told a funny story. This is a real story. Growing up, I did a few things around the house, but not a lot. My mom's always been a mom. She's very giving, does a lot for me. has never had a problem with it, with growing up. So she provided for me. She worked 12-hour shifts so she could provide for her boys. Great. Can't say I had, my mom was there. She compensated for my dad not being there, etc. But that being said, what I will say regarding this, I wasn't necessarily raised to always work my ass off. I was always really good at school, never had to work hard. But what taught me to work hard? This is a funny story. I worked at Jim Dandy's in Greenfield. My grandma worked there as well. She'd been working there for a year or two. Got me the job as soon as I, had to buy a car. She got me the job so I could afford the car, etc. And I remember I was the only male that worked there besides the general manager who run the place. I was the only young male. So even though I had a particular job, like whether it be bussing tables, cleaning dishes, whatever my job was, the cook, whatever it was that day, I still did everybody else's bitch work, like whether it was taking out the trash or checking items in, because I was the only person that could lift half the shit. And so my goal was always to get employee of the month. I was like, I'm just going to work my ass off. I'm going to get employee of the month, because there was always like a free meal that came with it. And I got like a particular raise and a pen. Like, it was just always my goal. I want to get employee of the month. So I worked there for 18 months. I didn't get employee of the month one time. My grandma was employee of the month 4 times in 18 months there. So that just shows you, like, just seeing how hard my grandma works constantly. Like, my grandma's the type of person, she'll walk in a stranger's house. She sees that, like they spill something on the floor, she'll grab a broom and clean it up. Or she'll help people wash dishes. But my grandma, in her 70s, she's probably late 60s, early 70s at the time when we worked there. And just to see like her work ethic, and I was like, I can do that. I mean, I'm a quarter of her age. So yeah, that was my answer. So I would say my grandma, because I don't really bring that up a lot. It's always my grandpa, but I would say for sure. Yeah, so I was thinking about that, and people got a kick out of that. Like, yeah, because I literally wanted to be employee of the month so bad, and my grandma won it 4 times in that 18 months that I was there. And she's like, it wasn't 4 times. Like, I was telling her this story too the other day, and I was like, no, Grandma, I counted. Trust me. I counted. Yeah.
Matthew's not salty at all about it.
Not salty at all, Grandma. I'm still kind of pissed about it. I haven't bought her a Christmas present since. No, I'm just kidding. But so, funny story I want to bring up. But I haven't even brought up our most important segment. So when I was negotiating with kind of what Candace wanted to do with Dent Fix USA, I was like, well, you could always, you could always sponsor a segment. So I think this is our next big goal here, to get somebody to start sponsoring segments. But you could sponsor this segment, A Florida Man. Every week here on A Florida Man, here on Highly Inappropriate, we go straight to Google, we type in A Florida Man. Whatever pops up, we talk about, and it never ceases to not impress us. Because right now, I don't know, that's a little rough. We got a Florida man sentenced in attempting to meet a pregnant 12-year-old for sex. First up, if you're the pregnant 12-year-old's parents, why don't you already have her like like literally have an anchor on her fucking foot? She's 12 and pregnant. You should probably already have her in some sort of cell in the house. So like, I'm not even blaming this fuck. Second, Florida man wrestles, then tosses alligator onto bar's roof because he was trying to teach it a lesson. We talked about it last week, didn't we?
Yeah, teach it
for sure. Florida man forced man from car, put gun to his head, and made him kneel. Okay, here we go. Tampa Bay, likely Buccaneers fan, Tom Brady jersey wearer here. A Florida man forced another driver out of his vehicle at gunpoint and threatened to kill him because he was angry about a possible hit-and-run crash, police said. Wow. Salah, the guy's name is literally Salah. He's got his same first name as his last name. 24 of Hollywood, was arrested Sunday night and charged with aggravated assault according to Fort Lauderdale police report. He followed a silver Jeep for more than a mile before he was able to force the driver to pull over. After forcing the other driver out of his vehicle, he made the man kneel and held a handgun to the other man's head. He was suspected of a hit and run. So the guy took it in his own hands to go after a guy that he thought did a hit and run.
On him or just somebody else?
That.
Well, hold on. Told police Jeep had hit on his car that the other driver refused to stop.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's methed up. Florida people, they just take initiative, man. Like you got people throwing alligators on roofs, and
I don't think it's messed up. I think it's just a little cultural shock for the guy because where he's from, that's probably every day.
Yeah, probably so.
Hold him at gunpoint till the cops get there, but don't fly too well over here.
Don't fuck around in Carthage and hit somebody and try to run away.
Yeah,
they might try to steal your pit bull.
Fucking CVS in Knightstown,
Yeah,
dude.
definitely
That's
in
what caused
Knightstown.
the shooting at Knightstown.
What? A hit and run?
Oh, they said dude almost hit another dude's truck, and he like started talking shit to the dude that they thought almost hit him, and then the dude that almost hit him just fucking licked a couple shots off at him.
Yep.
Hey.
Yes.
Talk shit, get hit. Knightstown, Indiana. We don't fuck around over here, guys.
Talk shit, dude. Catch a hot one, dude.
Dude, you ain't gonna fuck around.
Catch a hot one. I mean, he was probably driving his dad's truck, and that was probably his dad's pistol. But you catch it.
You catch it. You don't want to catch it.
You'll catch it right next to that Mexican restaurant that Dunk always talks about.
You ain't eating one of those, man.
No.
You ain't going to the burrito shop there in Knightstown. You fucking firing off 9mm there at the Dollar General.
I love how we went to bed with you.
I love how you did too. I was gonna say we will accept sponsorships from anybody who wants to.
Hey,
but
listen, this is a guarantee. Our next sponsor will get their logo. I will buy decals. I will get their logo and we'll put it on Beaver's bed during the podcast, so you'll see your logo.
I will have it there.
Sponsor Beaver's bed. That'll be in the sponsor.
I will say for a Florida Man segment, I would kind of prefer if we had a travel agency or a liquor company sponsor that segment.
Beaver's trying to get freebies. I see what Beaver's trying to get into. Yep, we'll see here.
Let's have a local meth dealer come in and throw some money at us.
Hey, I'm all for it. Get your medic. This week on Highly Inappropriate, we're brought to you by Jeff. He's your local drug dealer in Carthage, Indiana.
Find him down at the Quickie Mart.
Yeah, find him down at the Dollar General. He's usually out there bugged out.
7:30 every Wednesday.
Got that nice crystal they had on that little show that you loved back in the day.
Oh yeah,
Hoosiers.
Snowfall.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to Highly Inappropriate. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate, review on all your favorite podcasting apps, YouTube. You get it. I'm not going through the whole fucking spiel today, but I will say, go to our website, hi-entertainment.com. The website, we're going to be starting, we're putting shows up, shit, so we now finally have an avenue that if Facebook tries to shut us down, we just throw them the suck it sign. Say, it's all right, we got the site, so fuck you. But not fuck you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Also, thank you so much to Dent Fix USA, for sponsoring the show. They're going to be back. We're going to get Candace on here, too. Unfortunately, she just had a super busy day at work. She did text me here towards the end of the show, said she was still busy. But we're going to get her on here because she's an electric personality and talk more about it. They're going to be an ongoing sponsor, so we love them being on. Make sure, again, if you have any issues with your car due to storm damage, hit her up. They're local people, so you don't have to worry about scammers and scumbags coming to your house. They're literally local here, Central Indiana. And they will help you with down payment assistance as it comes to your deductible, because sometimes there can be deductible stuff. So they have ways to negotiate down and stuff, like apparently, and she can help you with that. So make sure you hit them up if you've had any damage due to hail or storms this summer. Peace out, bitches.